What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. In this video I'm going to be going through my first ever ecom store that generated me over $55,000 in revenue with Facebook ads using my Shopify account. Okay, so before we get into it, I want to give away a free one-on-one consulting call with me. All you have to do is comment master plan in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and you'll be entered to win. Okay, so before we actually start and I break down my ads, my store, my ad copy, my analytics account, everything like that, I'm just going to show you what you could roughly expect if you were to sell a store like this, like I'm doing now. Okay, so let's just jump into my Shopify account, and it's an app called Exchange Marketplace. Okay, that's what I'm selling it on. I'm only recently put it up, so I'm just seeing what I can get for this. Okay, so it's my first time selling the ecom store. Okay, so you can see here the monthly revenue on average was around $2,700. You can see it was very up and down. The reason for this is because I was actually selling this product on Amazon, and I really didn't even think I was going to sell it on Shopify, and I said, why not? I'll give it a shot. Let's run some Facebook ads. Okay, so you can see here there was a big spike in March, went from 2,500 in revenue to in April 12,800. Okay, so I scaled them ads. Now I wanted to squeeze as much profit out of this product as I could, because I was holding this, I was holding the inventory myself. I was not drop shipping this product. Okay, so I didn't have an endless amount of inventory on hand, right? But anyway, let's see how much they offered me for a valuation. And it was 24,150 they expect me to get for this store. Okay, so I think I'm not sure how exactly they value this store or how they come up with that, but that is the price. I had it up for 15,000, and I have it now down to 10,000. So if anyone out there wants to buy a store, hit me up. What that includes is the data. You're basically paying for the email list, and the pixel, and my supplier, how I get this product so cheap and how I can give such a good offer. Okay, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump into my analytics account. I'm just going to show you a few things. Okay, so you can see here I started around 2018, that was October, and it was roughly around a 1.8% conversion rate. So that's fairly average for an ecom store. You really should be using your Google Analytics account if you are running Facebook ads, because you need to use the data from your Google Analytics account, and then you can decide what type of marketing you are going to do with your product. Okay, so they say in marketing, you're always using your left and right brain. So your left brain is your analytical side, and your right brain is your creative side. Okay, so if you've seen, we can go down here and we can check the audience overview. We can check loads of different things. We can check what type of technology they were using. Was it desktop? Was it mobile? It's just a bit more in depth than actually using Facebook ads or a Shopify account. Okay, so you can come down and you can see, is it mainly male, is it female, what time of day they're on it, all these different things, where in the country they're from, what age they are. So it's really powerful, and I definitely recommend you to use it. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not coming up here. Okay, so I have it in for 18th of May. So you can see if I put it back here, apply, it's going to give you all different statistics on your ideal customer who is buying the goods. So you can see here it is mainly male people that are buying this product, and I know that that is a fact. So 80% to 20%. It'll show you all different types of metrics, and you can just use that to your advantage. Okay, so let's jump into the ad account now and check it out. Okay, so I'm going to go from the last month I ran my Facebook ads. It was around March to the end of April, and I'm going to show you my 4 best ads. Okay, so we'll go here and we're going to go into these here. So how I actually, this is my second ad account. They shut my first one down, so I actually lost that pixel. But what I did is I uploaded an email list from Shopify. All you have to do is export all your orders, take all the email addresses, put it into Facebook, and it is literally the same thing. You can run lookalike audiences from that, okay? So what I was doing with these campaigns is I would have a CBO campaign. I never just do a normal campaign, I always go for CBO. I think it's really good. It distributes basically where Facebook thinks your ad spend is best suited to, okay? So if it thinks it's not getting as many buyers or as much interaction on a certain ad, it's gonna not put all your money into that ad, okay? So it's really good like that, and you can still kill ads as you go along, right? So you can see here, that I roughly spent around 2,800 and I got a return of 11,400 with an average of about a 4 ROAS, okay? So it was really good. I think my break-even ROAS, so your break-even ROAS is basically anything more or less than that is going to be profit or loss, okay? So my break-even ROAS was around 1.75, something like that, 1.7. So any more than 1.7 here basically means I'm in profit, okay? So I was killing ads that were even a bit over that because I wanted to profit as much as I could, right? So I was letting all the high ones run, as you can see here, and any ones that were getting lower than say 2.5, I'd usually kill them, okay? Because I wanted to squeeze as much profit out of the product as possible. There is only so much you can scale certain products. You have to understand that. Like, you're just going to get less bang for your buck. So it depends what you want to do. Do you want to scale as fast as possible, or do you want to get as much profit as possible over the long run, okay? So that is up to you to decide when you are figuring out your Facebook ads, okay? So let's jump in and I'll just show you exactly how I was doing my ads. I would do €30 per day. That's what I found what worked best for me. Then I would do 3 different ad sets within the one campaign. I would do 3 different ad sets, okay? So I do a lookalike audience from my email list that I uploaded from Shopify, and I would do 2%, 10% and 5%, okay? So that's 2%. I'm sure you know what lookalike audience is. If you don't, we'll just come in here and I'll show you. It's basically you can create a new lookalike. So you upload your email list, you click lookalike audience, and then you can say this audience size ranges from 1 to 10% of the combined population of your selected locations, okay? So I was doing it into the United States only. That's where that's where I was selling, that's where my goods were being held. So 1% is going to be obviously the closest, and then 10% is going to be the furthest. So 10% usually doesn't get you as good as a return, but don't just think 1% is the best. I'd play around with all these all the time. So do 1%, then do 2%, then do 2 to 4%, okay? Or 2 to 4%, so on and so forth. So I was doing 2%, 10% and 5%, and you can see here, like, the 10%, yeah, it didn't do as good as the 2%, but it was still doing good. It still got a ROAS of 3.58, which is really good. So it got higher than the actual 5%, which is surprising. But these things you have to keep testing with your ads, okay? Don't just stick to the one method. And there's loads of different ways you can give Facebook data, and then you just mess around with it, okay? So you always want to be testing everything, but only change one thing at a time. That's what I'd recommend to do. Don't change your ad and then change the ad set and then change the budget, okay? So if you're going to test something, change the budget, see how that goes. If it was too high, maybe you did a €50 budget, come down to 30 to 25, see what that's like, run that for a while, 2 to 3 days, and then see what that's like. And if that's performing good, well, then leave it run. Obviously you want to kill your ad sets, or you want to kill your ads, your campaigns fairly quick. You know, not your campaign, but you want to kill your ad. All these, you always come to the ads first. The ads, then the ad set, then the campaign. I never really kill any campaigns because I'm just going to kill ad sets like this, and then the campaign will switch off, okay? So you always want to start with your ads. So I had 2 ads in each ad set, so there's basically 6 ads here. So what I do with the ads then, I would basically just change little bits. Maybe I'd change the ad copy, and then I'd leave it at that. So in 2% to be 2 different ad copies, in 10% to be the same 2 different ad copies, and 5% to be the same 2 different ad copies, okay? So you can see here, I keep it very simple for my ad copy. Nothing too spectacular. Flash sale. All our orange and blue static ropes have huge reductions. When stock sells out, they're gone, okay? So first of all, I'm just telling them, boom, there's a sale, flash sale. Gets their interest. What's going on here, they're thinking. Then it says huge reductions. Jesus, they want to see what type of reductions, and when stock sells out, they're gone. So that's a little tactic called urgency. Trying to get them, or scarcity, to try get them to hurry up. A little psychological play in their mind. Jesus, I better get one before they all go out of stock, okay? So nothing too crazy. For social proof, I don't really care about social proof. Once you have a good product, put it in front of the right person, and you've good data to do that, that's all you need. These comments, all these shares, that'll come with your product. Some products do a lot better with social proof than others, as in there'll be a lot of people commenting on them. Maybe it's a kid's toy that's really unique and all the mothers love it, okay? Like that baby shark, okay? That was absolutely killing it last year. If you've seen them baby shark toys, that was a big trend. So yeah, that's what I do. I'd have two different ad sets. So this ad set, or this ad, would just be slightly different. We are having a massive sale on all our orange and blue static ropes. Click below. That is it. Simple. One or two little emojis. You want to make it look professional. Highlight things that are going to attract them. So massive sale. You want to put that in capital locks. I usually just do a capital letter before each kind of main word, just to make it stand out a little more. Down here, you can play around with what type of call to action buttons you are going to put on the page, okay? I usually just put shop now, because that's what you want the person to do. You don't want to say learn here, or you don't want to trick them. Like, at the end of the day, they are people and you're trying to get them to buy a product, so you need to look professional and don't have a lot of emojis everywhere. One or two looks really good, right? So I'm going to show you the store now, and I'm going to just break down basically the product page and what I thought really worked with this store, okay? So the store is very, very simple, nothing too crazy. The way I do it is I have really simple colors that go well with each other. You don't want to use too many dark colors. I use really light colors, so light white, light beige, light blue, things like that. That's what attracts people. It just looks simple. Keep it easy. Don't have a lot of mad things where people can't see. But the main thing is you're going to be bringing people to the product page. So everything else, just have very simple. So you have for your FAQ page, just tell them about shipping. Tell them everything that's going to be that they're going to expect from the product. Don't leave nothing out. Don't cheat them, right? So let's go into the product here and we'll check it out, right? So this is what they will land on. They're going to see sale now on, 65% off selected goods. Whoa, there's a sale on. In my shop, there's always a sale on though. But people do cop onto that, and there is little ways you can get around that. But it is such an easy way to make people convert, okay? Because people are going to be a lot more inclined to buy a product when they think they're getting really good value, okay? So it's all about perceived value and how you can showcase that to them, okay? So they're going to come onto the page, everything looks good, they can go through a few lifestyle pictures. They're not even that great, to be honest. The pictures are fairly average, but they can choose from 30 different SKUs. So I had 30 different options for them. They could get a 33-foot rope right to a 164-foot rope. And they can choose blue, black or orange on them ropes, right? So you can see here, I'm just going to include some pictures in the product page. That's a really good thing to do. People always use their eyes for visuals instead of just reading constantly. People just are going to decide that they want your product or not very quickly, okay? So don't just copy something and throw it in and run ads and expect it to work. You know, you have to work these things. You have to find, first of all, you have to get the data. You have to work hard and getting that. It's very easy. For this product, I would type in something into ads manager. Let me go over here, and it's not that hard. You do not have to make it complicated, okay? So this is how I started getting my my customer data. I would just type in climbing, let's see, rock climbing. I don't know why it's not coming up. but that is climbing. Oh no, wait, sorry, that's, where am I? Custom audience, create new audience. Where is it? Where do you type in your interests? I can't see it at all here. Climbing rope. But anyway, wherever it is, I don't know where the fuck it's gone. You just type that in there, and you type in your interest, climbing rope, rock climbing. So climbing and rock climbing, that's how I got my customer data. Climbing and rock climbing. Then I would use certain brands like REI. They're a big outdoor gear brand. I'd use them. What other ones are there? I forget now, it's been so long since I was running cold, trying to get cold traffic in, but different things like that. Search brands on Google and see if they come up when you're putting in your interests, okay? That is how you do it, right? So let's go, continue with the product page anyway. So yeah, I'll keep the store very simple. So I'd start, obviously have my pictures, you can use GIFs, things like that. Before and after pictures, they work really well too. You do not want to just have a load of ad copy here. It doesn't look great. You need to break it up with pictures, let them visualize the product. Even especially if you can have someone using the product, that is even better, because then they can visualize themselves using the product and they want the product even more, okay? So all these things combined is going to help push the customer to make a purchase, right? So you can see I just highlighted some things in blue just to mix it up a bit, give it a bit of aesthetics. You can see here more pictures. I got these actually 3D rendered, but that was for Amazon, so you wouldn't need to do anything like that. You come down here, it gives the bullet points, and then you can read into the bullet points, and then it's going to give you more pictures, right? Come down the specification, tips to use, the shipping and delivery options, okay? So you want to keep the customer on this page. You do not want them going anywhere else in your website. You want them to know everything. You don't want them to have any questions, okay? Because if they have questions, they're not going to purchase, right? They want to find out them questions first, and then when you answer them, they probably mightn't buy the product. They might be like, I don't need it now, okay? So you want to get them buyers that buy on impulse as well, right? So guarantee, 4 reasons to buy from us, all that type of stuff. And then you have social proof down the end. You do need social proof with your products. You have to make it look believable as well. So these reviews are actually, most of them are actually real, because I actually got a really good product. So you can see here, the ones that have item type, they were the ones that people actually purchased. But all the other ones that doesn't, so you can see I made these myself just to get it going. And you do need to do that, but you want to have some 4-star reviews as well, and maybe maybe 1 2-star review, and he could be the the anomaly, the person that oh, there's always one that moans, okay? So then they know these reviews are actually real. You don't want them to think they're fake. They go, oh sure, I see loads of these ecom stores and now I don't trust it, because that's what customers are like, that's what buyers are like. They know their stuff, they're becoming more savvy, and they're just like people like me and you, so that is it really. So what are my thoughts on why I thought this product worked so well? Number one, you have to get a good price, right? So the way I did it, I sourced it off Alibaba instead of AliExpress, and I paid a couple of $1,000s for this product in bulk. It is a lot more hassle, it is definitely more riskier, but the more risk, usually the more bigger the reward, okay? So I was getting these for around, I think, a 33 foot, I'd pay around $3 or $4 just for the rope itself, but then you have to pay for shipping, okay? So if I was going to do it again, I would probably ship out of China, because I wouldn't have to ship in bulk to the United States, which costs a lot of money, right? Okay, so what made this product so profitable, okay? Okay, so just to go back and show you actually what I was profiting off this product. Let me click out of this here and show you. This was only this is my top 4 campaigns, okay? So I profited around 2,800, and then you're going to multiply that by your break-even ROAS, which was about 1.7, so you could say $5,000 or €5,000 around that. So I profited around €6,000, something like that. I profited around €6,000 in a month. That is genuine, okay? I see a lot of people on YouTube saying I got this and I got that. That's revenue. When people actually show you these numbers, that is profit, that is different. I did a store back 2 years ago, and I turned over like 50,000-60,000 euro in revenue. You can watch that video, it's in the video section somewhere. And I was making, one day I was making 800 euro, maybe then 300, but other days I was losing so much money, okay? Because I didn't know as much about Facebook ads as I do now. And the goal with Facebook ads is you want to kill your ads fast, and obviously let the ones that are being profitable, let them run, okay? But you want to squeeze as much profit out of a product as possible, okay? Because there is such a thing as ad fatigue, and it's basically too many people have seen your ads and they're sick of that product. They know it, okay? It's done, it's over, okay? And that is when you usually change up your ads, go from a picture to a video, or vice versa, right? Other than that, the product, or the reason I think the product did so well is, one, I got it for a really good price, okay? So I did not source this product on AliExpress. I got it off Alibaba. I did that because I was selling on Amazon FBA, and I was shipping my goods in bulk from China to the US. So for example, this 33-foot rope, I probably got it around in between $3 and $4. Shipping, you can add on nearly double that, so I probably paid around $5 to $6 to have it in Amazon's fulfillment center, and then they take another bit of profit off you. So I was paying maybe, with a multi fulfillment order, I was paying another $7. So I was profiting around my, you know, that's what I was getting out of that. So I'd have to pay around 13. But if I shipped out of China, it would have been a lot cheaper. But anyway, so when people come to this page, they could see straight away, okay, it's on sale, $29.99. Do I believe it? They click carabiner 2, they check all the different ropes, which one they'd like, and then they go to the black one. If they went to the black one, they could see this is not on sale, okay? So this is a really good little tactic you can use if you have variations, because that person now can see, whoa, the actual price of this, you know. Sorry, they go to black and then go to 98-foot rope, that's $120, and if they went to orange, they can see it's more than half the price. They really think they're getting a great deal here, okay? So 164-foot is only $66. They go to the black, it's $150, and you'll still get people buying the black ropes, which is great. So you are profiting, you're getting serious amount of profit off the black ropes. The odd time, maybe 5% of the customers will buy a black rope, but that is the biggest amount of profit you can get, okay? So that is a little trick, is to have variations and don't put all of them on sale, right? The next thing then is your average order value, okay? So obviously for this, I had lots of variations. People could buy multiple different types of rope. So in my orders, I would have people buying, there'd be all sorts of orders, okay? So you can see the average order value is around $50 for this product, or even a little more. If I go into my analytics, I'll show you, it is $57. So that is, you do ideally want the product, and you want to bump up that average order value. Usually I would think around above $50. Nowadays with Facebook ads, that gives you a lot of room to play with Facebook ads and get your cost per purchase as low as you can get it. Some products are going to be a lot higher, more expensive products are obviously going to be a lot higher, but if your product costs 120 euro or dollars, $120, and your cost per purchase is 35, well, that's not too bad if the price of goods aren't too expensive as well, okay? So that is really how you do it. That is it for today. Anyway, guys, I hope I brought you some value. Just remember, if you want to win the consulting call with me, just comment master plan down below, and we can have a chat, see where your store is at, and yeah, just go from there. It's all about networking and seeing what we can all do in this ecom space, and we're all learning, including myself. So yeah, if you liked the video, hit it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.